There's a Japanese maintenance philosophy that takes only a few minutes but, when applied regularly, can extend engine life far beyond the usual measure, into millions of miles. That may sound like a marketing gimmick, but this method has been practiced by Japanese automotive engineers for decades and is a core part of their radical approach to preventive maintenance. In America, we take pride in our engineering, but in Japan, this process isn't just an internet tip, it's a genuine technical ritual. Today at Vitalize, we'll examine step by step those secret procedures that experienced masters quietly apply in their workshops, but rarely reveal to the public. If your vehicle has crossed the 50,000-mile mark, what you see in this video could save you thousands of dollars in repair costs. And don't forget, the crucial technique that determines your engine's fate comes at the end of the video. Number 13. Precise idle control at every oil change. Japanese engineers have recognized a fact often neglected in Europe and America. Idle RPM is the most honest health report of an engine's inner workings. In Japanese specialist workshops, every oil change ends with a procedure that takes only 3 minutes but predicts 90% of future failures. Once the engine reaches operating temperature after the oil change, the technician monitors idle for exactly 60 seconds with a precise digital tachometer. A healthy engine must hold steady between 650 and 800 RPM without any fluctuation. Even the slightest needle swing is a warning before major damage occurs. Slight shaking usually indicates carbon buildup on intake valves. A constant idle above 800 RPM often points to vacuum leaks. In variable climates, brittle hoses are the main cause of these leaks. This simple check saves you from unnecessarily replacing sensors worth hundreds of dollars. The logic is simple. If the engine can't even run properly at idle, it's dying a slow death under load. Number 12. Throttle body adaptation every 6,000 miles. This procedure, sometimes overlooked even at dealerships, is one of the most important necessities of modern driving. The ECU constantly learns your driving habits and throttle response. But over time, contamination and sensor wear corrupt this data. The result is sluggish throttle response, increased fuel consumption, and that lifeless acceleration that makes the car feel aged. Japanese technicians reset this system every 6,000 miles to return it to factory settings. The process takes only 5 minutes but fundamentally changes the engine's character. The engine must be completely cold. Turn the ignition on without starting the engine. Wait 2 seconds. Within 10 seconds, fully press and release the gas pedal 5 times. Wait 7 seconds. Press the gas pedal fully again and hold it for about 20 seconds until the check engine light begins to blink. After this ritual, you achieve up to 8% improvement in fuel economy and silky smooth acceleration. Toyota and Nissan officially recommend this, but most American drivers know nothing about this free performance boost. Number 11. Idle air control valve cleaning every 2 months. For vehicles mainly driven in dense city traffic, this point is an absolute must. The idle air control valve is a precision component that prevents engine RPM from dropping or the engine from stalling when the AC turns on or steering is operated. Over time, microscopic carbon buildup slows this valve. Japanese workshops clean this valve every 2 months. The valve is removed and flushed for 30 seconds with specialized cleaning spray, dissolving all deposits. While many American shops immediately order a new part costing $200 to $300 for rough idle, the Japanese philosophy solves the problem at the root with a $5 spray. The result: vibration-free cold starts and perfect idle stability. Number 10. Two-stage filtration during oil change. During a standard oil change, about 15% of old oil remains deep inside the engine in oil passages and on valve lifters. As soon as you fill new oil, these dirty residues instantly contaminate your fresh oil. The Japanese solution: cleaning within cleaning. About 15 minutes before draining old oil, a special cleaning additive, engine flush, is added to the system. While the engine idles, this additive dissolves all deposits and carbon buildup without attacking seals. After the oil is drained, a temporary flush filter is installed exclusively for cleaning. Only when this pre-cleaning is complete are the actual high-quality synthetic oil and original filter installed. When you open an engine maintained by this method, even at 300,000 miles, you'll see the metal still shines like the day it left the factory. Number 9. Complete cooling system flush every 25,000 miles. Many American shops believe in the myth of lifetime coolant fill, but Japanese engineering has proven this is a mistake. Coolant chemically degrades over time and loses its corrosion-inhibiting properties. Lab analysis shows that after 25,000 miles, the fluid becomes acidic and attacks radiators and especially the aluminum water pumps of modern vehicles from the inside out. The Japanese purge process isn't a simple drain and fill. First, the system is completely drained, then filled with distilled water and a neutralizing chemical. The heater is set to maximum and the engine runs for 20 minutes. This dissolves all acidic residues from the heat exchanger. After a second flush with distilled water, a 50-50 mixture of demineralized water and high-quality antifreeze is added. This ensures the cooling passages stay as clean as the day they left the factory. Number 8. Cooling system pressure test. Engines usually don't die from old oil but from excessive heat, especially at highway speeds. Just 5 minutes of overheating is enough to warp the cylinder head or blow the head gasket. Replacing a head gasket, including labor, means a bill between $3,000 and $5,000. 80% of these catastrophes begin with a $15 radiator cap that can no longer hold pressure. The physics is simple. Every psi of pressure in the system raises the boiling point by about 3 ff. If your cap leaks, coolant begins to microscopically boil at the hottest spots in the engine, ultimately leading to engine failure. In Japan, the seals and spring force of the radiator cap are checked at every service. This is life insurance for your engine. Number 7. Use of a magnetic oil drain plug. Can a magnet costing just a few dollars save an engine worth thousands? The answer is yes. A magnetic oil drain plug catches microscopic metal shavings that even the best oil filter can't capture. That gray sludge you find on the plug during an oil change is actually tiny steel particles that have broken loose inside your engine. The magnet captures particles from the timing chain, piston rings, or shafts. This not only reduces mechanical wear, but also serves as early detection. If you discover larger metal pieces on the plug, it's a clear warning signal of impending bearing failure. For the price of a simple dinner, you install a health detector in your engine that works around the clock for you. Number 6. Oxygen sensor renewal at 90,000 miles. An aging oxygen sensor silently steals money from your pocket. As the sensor ages, its response time slows, causing the ECU to run the engine with an overly rich mixture. This increases fuel consumption by up to 10% and, worse, leads to catalytic converter overheating. Replacing a catalytic converter can cost 10 times more than a sensor and can cause your vehicle to fail emissions testing. Japanese philosophy doesn't wait for total sensor failure. It prescribes preventive replacement between 75,000 and 90,000 miles. This not only keeps emissions low, but also optimizes engine breathing. Number 5. The weekly cleaning drive. The biggest engine killer is short trips in city traffic. The engine oil almost never reaches 212 ff, causing water and fuel condensate to accumulate in the oil. That yellowish sludge you see when opening the oil cap is proof your engine is rotting from the inside. The battery also suffers from this driving profile and begins sulfating. The point where Japanese and American engineers absolutely agree is this. Take at least one 30-minute highway drive per week once the engine oil reaches operating temperature. This drive allows moisture in the oil to evaporate, burns soot particles in the exhaust system, and fully recharges the battery. This procedure is completely free but doubles engine lifespan. Number 4. Change air and fuel filters before manufacturer interval. A modern engine consumes about 9,000 liters of air for every liter of fuel burned. If this air contains even the smallest dust particles, the mass airflow sensor, the engine's brain, loses precision. A new MAF sensor and installation can cost between $400 and $500, while a high-quality air filter costs only $20. The same logic applies to fuel. Modern high-pressure injectors work with holes finer than a human hair. Changing the fuel filter early prevents microscopic scratches inside the injectors. Japanese taxi fleets replace filters rated for 40,000 miles at just 20,000 miles. This is the cheapest insurance against costly fuel pump failures. Number 3. Use of high-quality fuel with cleaning additives. This isn't just about octane rating, but primarily about the internal cleanliness of the engine. Lab tests show that low-quality fuels can leave up to 19 times more deposits on intake valves. Especially on direct injection engines, this carbon buildup massively hinders engine breathing over time. Choosing premium fuels like Shell V-Power or Chevron with Techron isn't just about performance. It's essential due to the special cleaning additives they contain. These fuels remove deposits on injector tips and preserve a precise spray pattern. The extra $150 you spend per year on quality fuel saves you from professional carbon cleaning that can quickly cost $2,000. Number 2. Avoid aggressive driving and cold start stress. Hard acceleration and abrupt braking not only increase fuel consumption by up to 40%, but convert energy into destructive heat in engine bearings and brakes. The Japanese driving philosophy of smooth transitions minimizes stress on all mechanical components. Particularly high RPMs before engine oil reaches ideal operating temperature directly halve engine life expectancy. When Japanese taxi drivers operate their vehicles over 250,000 miles with the original transmission and engine, the secret is anticipatory driving. Early throttle release and purposeful use of engine braking not only preserve brake pads but maintain the entire internal balance of the engine. Number 1. OEM parts and fluids with correct specifications. We come to the most important rule of all. Many drivers believe that a no-name sensor or oil from the internet that costs $10 less does the same job. But this is mechanical suicide. For Japanese masters, using original parts isn't a marketing decision. It's a matter of survival. Your vehicle's engine is precisely calibrated for sensors with specific electrical resistance and seals with exact chemical composition. If an aftermarket sensor sends even 5% faulty data to the ECU, it can long-term melt your catalytic converter or cause piston crown overheating. Pay attention especially with engine oil and coolant, not just to viscosity but to exact manufacturer specifications. Only OEM parts ensure the entire system harmonizes perfectly and, as they say, sings in tune. As you can see, the secret to keeping a vehicle alive for millions of miles doesn't lie in a magic fluid, but in these small yet disciplined technical rituals. These methods may cost you some time and money today, but they'll save you tomorrow from gigantic expenses like a complete engine rebuild. Remember, a well-maintained machine always stays loyal to you. If you found these techniques helpful, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel to become part of the Car Vitalize community. If you have your own special maintenance routines, share them with us in the comments. We'll see you in our next technical analysis. Until then, safe travels.